Hello, I have a funny update. It's a little bit funny, it's also a little bit sad, and also I just woke up. I took a nap at like 6 p.m. And I'm just realizing that my shirt says I woke up like this, which is actually true for once. So anyway, so I think last time, and there's like, I don't know, there's like 2 videos or something about this so far, if we need to get caught up on the saga. But, so my roommate, who was my friend, okay, we also had another friend, okay, so it was us 3, and then, like, suddenly, for seemingly no reason, they just stopped inviting me to stuff, and whenever I would invite them to stuff, they'd be like, oh no, we're so busy studying, and then this girl would just keep posting where she was, exactly when she was there on her story. So she'd be like, whoa, we're so busy studying right now, like, we can't do anything. But then they would be at, like, Starbucks hanging out on their story, and I'd be like, oh. And that happened, like, every day for, like, 2 weeks. And I, like, repeatedly asked within that time, by the way. I didn't just go, But I was like, well, what is going on? And they're like, nothing, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I'm like, let me describe to you. And they're like, oh, nah, we're just hanging out. And I'm like, well, why do you keep telling me other things? Okay. So anyway, that whole thing happened, and, like, you know, I just kept asking them questions, and then they, like, didn't, like, amend the behavior or, like, give me any answers or anything. So I just stopped talking to them, right? But anyway, so then one of them, right, she was my roommate too. I know, it's like, there's so much going on. I also have a video called My Roommate That I Hate. That's a different roommate, okay? It's like, the universe set me up, okay? We have, like, personal slight roommate, and then we have, like, really annoying roommate who's just, like, really loud, and I hate her. But I never have to see any of them again. And I love it here. But, okay, the friend who was the roommate, okay, I had, like, given her a whole bunch of stuff because she was an international student, so she, like, didn't have a bunch of stuff, because, you know, it's only what can fit on the plane. So I had, like, you know, whatever, like, given her a bunch of stuff that's, like, to borrow, okay, right? So anyway, before, when this was first happening in, like, February, I was like, hey, can you give me, like, all the stuff that you borrowed from me back? And she gave me, like, most of it back, okay? But there was, like, a couple things that I was like, I know you have those, and I know you have those. And specifically, there was a jacket in there that I was like, I'm gonna need my jacket back, okay? So, in, like, the end of the year, so, like, whatever, late April or something, I wrote her a note that was like, hey, can you give me my jacket back? Thanks. I assure you that that's what it said, okay? It didn't say, like, hey, bitch, you better give me my, like, no, I swear to God, it didn't say that. Because I'm not bad, I just wanted my jacket back. Okay, and then she didn't, but I know she got the note because she took it from where it was. So she had the note. But she didn't give me my jacket back, and it had been like a week. So I wrote her another note where I put a slight threat in there, okay? So certainly it was more aggressive than the last one. The last one I was just like, hey, can I have my jacket back? The other one was, hey, like, can you give me my jacket back by Saturday, because that's when I'm leaving. Can you just, like, leave it in the front room? And, like, if you're not gonna do that, let me know, because I'm gonna call the RA. Which is an empty threat, by the way. It was just so that she would give me my jacket back, obviously. And everybody knows that, but because, like, I would have been gone on Saturday, so if it wasn't there on Saturday, what am I gonna do? Exactly, but I was like, girl, you better give me back that freaking jacket. Like, why wouldn't you give me the jacket back? But anyway, so she did give the jacket back, alright? But, you know, she gave me everything I had ever given her back. And I was like, oh my god, she hates me. It's so serious. She hates me so much. She gave me back every single item, like, Christmas presents. Y'all, I gave her many things for Christmas, okay? Because, guys, I was giving both of these people so much stuff, okay? Like, that's just kind of what I do. I'm sorry. It's like, it gets kind of awkward. Sometimes, like, some things are, like, for borrow. Anyway, but me personally, like, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff from people that I hate now. And I don't care. I'm like, well, the thing slays. It's a great gift. They did a good job on the gift. There was a time that I liked them. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bother me personally, so. But I guess it bothered her. But anyway. She just gave me this giant bag of stuff, and I was like, damn. This is everything ever. But there were some things that I didn't expect to be in there, okay? For Christmas, I got her this, like, pack of Starbucks, like, drink mixes. It was, like, coffee concentrate or something. She gave me those back. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, do you think I put in the note? Like, do you think I would write a note that said, give me back my Starbucks? Like, no! So I assure you, I only asked for the jacket back. I promise. But I just now, like, looked through the bag, and she wrote a note, guys. I didn't know that she had written a note, but it's so aggressive. And it's, like, really funny. I mean, it's not funny, like, it makes me, like, sad and confused, but I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you so mad? I truly want to know. Like, why are you mad at me, right? Like, you're the one who stopped hanging out with me, so doesn't that mean that you didn't want to hang out with me? So why are you mad that I stopped hanging out with you? Right? And why are you mad that I want my jacket back that you never wore anyway? Right? I'm so confused. But she's, like, really pissed off, okay? So she says, here are all of your things. And I'm like, yeah, they aren't my things, all of them. That's why I didn't ask for them back. Like, I didn't, I promise. Like, this note really makes it sound like I asked for, like I made an itemized list. I only asked for the jacket. I promise. And then she says, I hope you're happy, smiley face. Ooh. Aggressive. She says, it's kind of crazy to ask for a gift back, lol, but if this will make you stop bothering me, by all means, have all, capitalized, of it back, exclamation mark. Okay, so let's dissect, right? It's kind of crazy to ask for a gift back. So first of all, we say A, so we acknowledge that it was one thing. And we say all in caps to reiterate that I did not want all of this back. But also, I don't think that the jacket was a gift. Like, correct me if this is an incorrect interpretation of, like, giving somebody your jacket, right? If it's raining and I already own a jacket with me, okay? Like, let's look at the jacket. Let's get the jacket out. Let's get... So it's like this, you know, like, whatever this material is called, this, like, waterproof type of jacket, okay? If it's raining and I'm just like, oh, you don't have a jacket here, I don't think that's a gift, right? Like, we all interpret that as not a gift? I don't know. Anyway, so I don't really, okay. If, and she says, if giving this back will make you stop bothering me, and by, I guess, bothering is, the note saying, can I have my jacket back? And then a week passing, and me saying, hey, like, for real, can you give me are you gonna give me my jacket back? Cause I would, like, I'll ask our RA and be like, hey, can you make her give me my jacket back? So, like, yeah, that's what I said. And I guess in February I asked for, like, the other stuff that she brought back, cause there was, like, an umbrella, water bottle. She actually just gave the water bottle back now. I was, like, thinking about the water bottle, but I was like, I don't need the water bottle back. I'll just ask for the jacket. That's the only thing that, like, is useful to me, you know? Like, this is my jacket that I wear when it rains. So, like, before getting this jacket back, I would have to go and get another jacket. which I didn't really want to do. So anyway, let's read the next sentence. It says, "Please leave me out of your childish games." And I'm like, what is the childish game? Wanting my jacket back? I'm so confused. I'm like, what is the childish game here? I would say that maybe you giving me back every single thing I've ever given you ever, including the Starbucks drink mix? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What else is even in here? It's not, the bag isn't full, just to clarify. It was just in here. So, colored pencils. I like forgot that I forgot about those. I wasn't really needing those. I mean, I wasn't needing any of this. That's why I only asked about the jacket. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, there's another kind of note. This is really funny. Okay, we made, like, bug art. You know that guy on TikTok who makes bug art? Anyway. So, dang, she really hates me because she made this herself. She drew this. And put, like, stickers on it. But, I mean, we were at my house and she, you know, I guess they are my stickers. But, like, yeah, I didn't know this was going to be in there. See, I haven't even looked through all of it. I just saw the note and I was like, damn, this is good. But it says, this was made with your paper and things. I don't know why your is in quotes in this case. This was my paper. So here you go. And it's like, damn. I'm about to have to frame this. Okay, let's see. Is there any other, like, notes in here? I don't think so, because that would be strange. Damn, she gave me floss back? That's insane. She gave me floss back. She hates me so much. And, like, why, right? She gave me a hairbrush back that she used. Yeah. Because she didn't have a hairbrush, so we went to the dollar store and bought her a hairbrush. Anyway, trash. Or I take it and frame her for murder. What is this? Oh, posters and stuff? Okay. Yeah, see, like, I gave her so much stuff. Because she already gave me a big bag of stuff in February. And now this is, like, everything ever. But that's what I'm saying. It's like... Oh, and she also said, say thank you to your mom. I'm thankful for her for all of her help this school year. I just want... I wonder if she thinks that my mom doesn't also hate her? I don't know. Like, yeah, my mom did a bunch of stuff for her. Like, we, as a family, we did a bunch of stuff for her because she's an international student, so she didn't have a bunch of stuff. So we get, you know, like, she stayed at our house and everything, and, like, everything was good. That's what I'm saying. And then she just randomly stopped, like, inviting me to stuff and started, like, lying about, you know, like, not inviting me to stuff and why she couldn't come to stuff that I invited them to, both of them. They were like, oh, we're doing this all day, sorry. And then I would go on their story and be like, why are you posting everything on your story now all of a sudden? Like, doesn't it seem targeted? I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then this, when this was going on, right, when they, like, just randomly stopped hanging out with me, and that's what I'm saying, like, they must have just not liked me, because there's nothing that, like, happened. There wasn't, like, an event that set this off, right? They must have just been like, I'm tired of her, right? And so, you know. But I wish they just told me that, instead of keep being like, oh, no, like, Well, I guess, yeah. Like, the third time I asked them, like, okay, guys, you keep doing this when you're already aware that I think it's, like, an act of aggression or something. Because I already asked you about it twice and was like, are y'all mad at me? Like, what's going on? And you were like, oh, nothing, but we're gonna keep doing this irregular behavior. And then the third time I was like, okay, guys, like, seriously. And they were like, yeah, we just don't want to hang out as much anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, you're still hanging out with each other, so anyway. You guys have fun then. I don't know. Thanks for answering my question, though. Thanks for just telling me. So anyway, when this was going on, I was going through so much psychic damage. So much, like, mental issues. I was like, oh my god. My life is falling apart. My only 2 friends suddenly hate me. What's going on? And they won't tell me why. And then they just said, like, yeah, we don't want to hang out with you anymore. So I'm like, cool. So anyway, when I called my mom and told her this, she was like, damn, that bitch, I hate her. So, I don't really know why you put that last part. Like, I am in no contact with my mom. Like, no, my mom hates you too. Well, I don't hate her. That's what I'm saying. I don't hate her. I wouldn't have done this if I was in her position. Okay, well, first of all, this wouldn't have happened because I wouldn't have done that. But if it had come to this point and I was her, okay, and she asked me, like, can I have my jacket back? I would have just given the jacket back. And not all this other stuff. See, like, I wouldn't have been that hateful and mad, but I don't know, because I'm not, even with all this. I'm just kind of like, damn, you really hate me. Like, I guess I'm happy for the confirmation. But let's just read the note again, because I'm like, I don't know. I have this thing where it's like, people keep, like, doing me wrong, right? But there's like a lot of people that haven't. So, like, I know that I'm not crazy because there are so many people that, like, are fine and I have no problem with, right? And we get along just fine and nothing happens. So those people exist. But then there's also been, like, multiple counts. Well, I guess there's been, like, 2. Okay, there's been, like, 2 counts of this happening. Where just, like, they just, like, kind of freak out or whatever, right? And then I start thinking, I must be the problem because what's going on? And so then, you know, whenever I receive something like this, after saying, can I have my jacket back? I'm like, what did I do? What did I do to set this off, right? This has to, like, be my fault somehow, right? Because how could it not be? But I'm also like, let's remember that people are crazy sometimes. Let's remember this. Not everybody is nice. Let's remember this, okay? You might be thinking, like, that you're not a good person or whatever. So whenever people do bad stuff to you, you're like, well, I suck, so it was probably my fault. No, some people are worse than you, okay? Even if you think that you're bad, there's a lot of people that are worse than you, so... Because, yeah, here are all of your things. It's like, the one thing I wanted back was mine, just to clarify. I hope you're happy, happy face. It's kind of crazy to ask for a gift back. Not a gift, what did I just say? LOL, but if this will make you stop bothering me, by all means have all, in caps, of it back. Please leave me out of your childish games. I don't know what that means. What's the game? What's the game? Am I like pawn to L4? I don't know. What's chess? Wow, that's really funny. Anyway, I'm glad my mom got a little thank you. She actually discovered the note, and I was really embarrassed because I didn't want her to read it. Because I didn't know what the note says because she found it first, so I was assuming that the note was, like, really aggressive, and I didn't want her to read that. And it's kind of aggressive. It's not as aggressive as I was thinking. I was expecting it to say, like, you bitch, I hope you rot in hell, or something. So when my mom was like, oh, gee, there's a note in here. I was like, oh, no. Let me read it first. But she just kept reading it because she's kind of a hater. But anyway, she had a little shout out at the end. Like, that's kind of cool. Slay. But also not slay. But it's also like, I don't know what I feel about this. I'm so confused. I mean, clearly, I'm not, like, devastated. I'm not crying. I'm not, like, screaming. So, I don't know. I'm, like, really over this by this point. Like, this happened in February, you know? February was my time of being like, wow, everybody hates me. I'm going to kill myself, okay? And then I didn't, so cool. Yeah. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's like, why are you... I don't know. It's very weird. Why are you mad when you chose to do... I don't know. There's so many questions. So much can really be said. This is a very interesting situation, is it not? Mm-hmm.